Universalists are attacking America by eliminating the American way from Superman's creed. How are they doing that? By enlisting the help of George Takei, Mr. Sulu. The Universalists won't stop at Superman. They got their sights now on James Bond. The Universalists are now trying to recruit an LGBTQ actor to play James Bond. James Bond walks into a gay bar, but should he? No, they don't want him. Make sure you go to my galactic webshop and enter code GAYSUPERMAN for 25% off your next order.
Finally, a chicken I could put my blessing behind. Say yes to Pope Yes Chicken, the official chicken of Pope Abaiga. The only chicken you'll need for your salvation. Even that Shlomo guy likes it.
Oh yeah, that's good stuff.
Say yes to Pope Yes. It's heavenly.
She's a single female lawyer in the city, who happens to be the cousin of one of the most powerful Avengers.
There's no competition for me because I'm the strongest, so it's just kind of like a different...
Oh yeah, she let her think that, but...
No, not her. The other one. You know, the green guy. Now, after an accident, where they blatantly change her origin story to prevent her from being saved by a man, transforms her into the Jade Giantess, she'll remind you whose show this is in the first place.
Just remember whose show this actually is.
Yeah, like you were ever gonna let us forget it. She-Hulk. Meet Jennifer Walters, a high-powered LA lawyer who can't help questioning Captain America's sexual history.
Obviously, Captain America was a virgin. Did you see that ass? Like, that ass?
That is America's ass.
Did not deserve to die a virgin. It's like...
Gets sexually harassed outside a bar by a bunch of outdated male stereotypes.
Just being friendly.
Yeah, where you going?
So what? You...
Then wakes up in Mexico at Bruce Banner's tropical retreat, who then will take every opportunity to remind you how horrible it is to be a woman in the 21st century.
Triggers are anger and fear.
Those are like the baseline of any woman just existing.
When incompetent men explain my own area of expertise to me, I can prove that's not the case.
More smiles.
When I'm catcalled in the street.
It's 2022. Where do you get catcalled on your way from your office to Starbucks? Yeah, it must be hell going that whole 20 feet from the elevator to the counter. Then, after returning to her career as a high-powered deputy DA, she's attacked by the Jersey Shore and manages to defeat her in about 3 seconds. Well, that was anticlimactic. Tatiana Maslany stars in the show whose writers admit that they don't know how to write a courtroom scene in
Lawyer Show.
I Am Woman Hulk, Hear Me Roar. Literally. Maybe this would have been better if it wasn't written like a Twitter argument between two completely unlikable human beings.
Basically, I was right and Bruce was wrong.
Steve Rogers is not a virgin. Little punk. He lost his virginity to a girl in 1943 on the USO tour.
If this is the best the MCU now has to offer, then I hate to think what you have in store for Daredevil. From director James Cameron, who somehow prided himself away from exploring shipwrecks long enough to make the sequel to a movie that comes a decade too late to mean anything to anyone, and gave the movie industry an excuse to charge us all an extra $5 to wear goofy-looking glasses that will end up giving you a headache. Avatar 2: Way of the Water. Return to Pandora, where the Na'vi live in harmony with nature. Wait a minute. See an outsider who enters their midst and learns their ways. Hold on. Then their society will be upended as the white man begins to migrate into their lands and exploit their ecosystem for resources. Hold on, you're just making the same movie again, which itself was a remake of Dances with Wolves, with blue people. You took 13 years to make a sequel to a movie that was already made? Twice? I mean, at least change it up a little bit. Starring CGI, more CGI, and more CGI. Really? I might as well be playing a video game at this point. At least I can interact with that. Don't miss Dances with Smurfs, Under the Sea. You know, James, you just want to make underwater documentaries at this point, so just go back to making those for PBS and leave us alone, please. Coming up on All My Beanies, this is Tim.
That one they got.
From Marvel Studios. Watch as the Walt Disney Company pays tribute to one of their most beloved stars by not recasting him, and yet somehow still manages to insult his memory by making a lackluster movie where everyone is a walking, talking, living, breathing stereotype. Black Panther 2, Wakanda Forever. C, the most advanced civilization on Earth that is rich in the precious metal known as vibranium, a metal that's given its society technological advances, and yet for some reason its army is still fighting with spears. Now they'll face one of Marvel's original villains, Prince Namor, the Submariner.
My enemies call me Namor.
I'm pretty sure it's Namor. If your enemies aren't calling you, then you can thank your phone plan. And doesn't this guy look kind of doughy to be someone who swims all the time? I mean, sheesh. Then Marvel will introduce one of its worst new characters in decades, that they honestly believe is capable of taking the place of Tony Stark.
Walking around here with that ash on your head.
Kevin Feige, if your goal was to save money after She-Hulk and go bankrupt at the same time, then job well done. Starring, nobody really cares anymore. Don't miss the most racist movie in history, Disney Marvel's Song of the South. Phase 4 just keeps getting worse and worse. At this rate, there'll be nothing left when we finally get to the X-Men.
You do not speak into my country and tell me what is fair.
Afternoon, everybody. Hammers in the morning. WNBC. 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 Hammers in the morning. How's your Donkey Kong, baby? How's your Donkey Kong? Hammers in the morning. WNBC. Hammers in the morning. How y'all doing? Hello, people. Hammers in the morning. WNBC. How's everybody doing out there? Fine. Football Sunday. Why the earlier naps? Because of the games a little bit later today. Young New York Football Giants are taking on the Minnesota Vikings in the Twin Cities. So there is, so I'm going to go a little early, and I'm going to go watch the game. Not going to say where. An undisclosed location, right? Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Yes, they show it. Yeah, they show it there, and there's they'll have food service and drink service, I'm sure. And we get to watch the game in comfort. I got a sports related story coming up actually in a little while. How's everybody doing? How's your Donkey Kong, baby? How's your Donkey Kong? Some people ask why don't I do a Howard impression, because Imus is easier for me to do. How's your Donkey Kong, baby? How's your Donkey Kong? Okay, let's see who we have in the chat. We have Mastasina Akita in the chat. We have Andrew Helms in the chat. Jessica Kasumi's in the chat. Oh, that's very high praise, Jessica. Thank you very much. Time for the best pop culture show on the internet. Hey. Hey, flattery will get you everywhere, okay? Just warning you. Yes, pop culture leader with Greg Kirby's in the chat. Pegleg Beats in the chat. Tiki Mantis is in the chat. Who else is in the chat? Sangman Links is in the chat. Andrew Helm, I said that already. Okay, well, everybody, listen. If you don't hear your name, don't be upset. Why couldn't HBO Max come up with 3 ways OnlyFans? There's a kitty cat here. We got cat cam. We got.
No, because I don't want to be on cam.
Oh well, he's gonna be on camera.
Well, I'll put him over here then.
Okay, kitty cat will be over here.
Like he wants
My
to stay.
little co-pilot here. Here he is, co-pilot. He's more interested in French fries than anything. Here he goes. Cat cam, everybody. He wants French fries. All right, there's cat cam for today.
He'll be our Velma for today.
Yeah, he's my. Yes, he'll be eating French fries out of the garbage.
Of other people's plates.
Techie Manta says hi. Peggy P says hi. Greg Kirby says hi. Velma, you don't like Scooby-Doo, so we're just going to take a dump on it. Yeah. Funny how there's an ocean that's shot in Wakanda.
They're by an ocean that in that shot when Wakanda went inland. Yeah, it's a landlocked nation, Wakanda, supposedly. Where was that here? Why couldn't HBO Max come up with 3 ways? Only fans and decent black shaggy material for their adult versions of Scooby Gang. Because they're not as inventive as we are. That's right. I'm going to toot my own horn. They're not nearly as inventive as I am.
Kaylee, when should she have the balls to do that?
Because can you trash that, please? She's just got feminist, race swap, feminist, race swap. Who even asked for Velma besides Minnie Kaling? I think she just had this show somewhere. She had an adult idea for an adult animation show, and one of them said, "Hey, let's do Scooby-Doo. Let's make it the Scooby-Doo gang. Wouldn't it be funny if it's a Scooby-Doo gang?" And to me, I would have said no, because that's not inherently funny. Oh yeah, but nothing more than hating men. It hates it. No, see, that's where you're wrong. It hates everyone. It hates men, women, gay people, black people, Asian people, and worst of all, it hates itself. See now,
It hates the lesbian cops.
it hates the lesbian cops. See now, this is where I would have taken it with. This is just an example. I hope everyone's enjoying the black shaggy shorts, but to me, this is more Scooby-Doo gang than what they give it.
Let's assume they're high.
Oh, you gonna have some snarky comment, aren't you?
Yeah, it's code for adults who still watch cartoons.
Black Shaggy gonna kill your bitch ass. To me, that's why could we get that? Even Daphne's two moms are frumpy and remarkable. Yeah, because nobody can look good. Nobody can look good. Everybody hates themselves. You know what I always say? You know why Frost Karen had the big tattoo on her body, on her neck? Was it not only that's a cry for attention, that is her way of saying, listen, I'm going to play armchair psychologist here. That is her way of saying, I hate how I look, so I'm going to make myself even more unattractive. That really, I mean, that's it. That's what it was about. I could watch something bad but made with love. This is a show made with hate. That's a very good point. So let's take a look. The Rotten Tomatoes score is not doing any better.
No, but it's the number 1 show on fucking HBO Max.
Yeah, on number 1. No, they preface it the number 1 animated show.
They canceled all the others.
There's nothing. Yeah, I mean, well, no, they have Harley Quinn. They have something called Dead End or something like that. If Kaling had this cast when she was Kelly on The Office, she would have been fired in the second. Well, okay, well, no, we got to check in with Cat Cam. He's doing something amusing. So Naranja, he's doing something cute. Hey, buddy, how you doing? How you doing, buddy? I will check back in with him in a little while. Okay, but anyway, I digress. So Minnie K, like I said, so here's the thing. Listen, I understand the idea. Okay, you want to make an adult version of Scooby-Doo, but however, this is not an adult version. This is developmentally arrested version of Scooby-Doo. Nobody likes this. Nobody likes this. And the worst, like I said, people. Yeah, well, they have to find some positive press. They have to find some positive press, and they're going to go out of their way. It's like, oh, a lot of you don't remember a movie called Nuns on the Run. I mean, they had to go so far for positive press for this movie. They called the single funniest anti-clerical comedy of the century. There's been no other anti-clerical comedies released. Well, the decade rather.
Sister Act. It was before Sister Act.
Yeah, it was before Sister Act. Yeah.
And then it couldn't because Sister Act.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what one wasn't.
I liked Robbie Coltrane. That was Robbie Coltrane, right?
Yeah,
Robbie Coltrane and Eric Idle. I like it.
The premise one I liked.
Yeah.
It had Sarah Sarah Jane one, didn't it? Sarah Jane from she was like a nurse or something.
Yeah.
From Doctor Who.
The blonde lady who was Billy Piper's mom.
Oh, she was in it too?
Yeah, she was in it.
Okay.
She was in a lot of Brit comedies for back then. George Harrison's company produced it. Handmade Films.
They'll remember in chat.
Yeah, a few people remember. This is Scooby-Doo if you character assassinate everyone but Scooby because you don't know how to write a talking dog. Well, actually, not that they don't know how to write a talking dog. They couldn't get the rights.
I think they would probably get death threats if they had Scooby in here too.
Yeah.
If they treated Scooby like they treat Fred and Velma and Shaggy, she would be getting death threats. You don't fuck with dogs, especially cute talking dogs.
Yeah. Well, the dog is the audience POV character. It's for kids to see themselves. Oh, ruh-roh, it's something cute. You can sell merchandise, but the dog again.
Look how silly Shaggy is being afraid.
Mm-hmm.
Look at Mom and Dad, Velma and Shaggy and Daphne and everybody and Fred being. Mysteries.
And like I said, like we keep saying, every show in Scooby-Doo. I'm not gonna pretend it was this deep thing, but every show was pretty. Every show was pretty basic, there's the gang. The gang is on their way to somewhere, and they pull around on the side of the road. Like, oh hey, look, it's the Harlem Globetrotters. What are you guys doing here? We were on our way to the game, and our bus broke down. Oh yeah, we'll keep. We'll give you a ride. Where's the game? Oh, it's at the abandoned arena. Some people say it's haunted. Actually, right there. there's a picture of it. There's a picture of Harlem Globetrotters standing by the bus. And you can't see it because it's too small a damn image. Hanna-Barbera, Ruby, Spears are all rolling in the grave. Yeah. Like I said, a lot of that sums up Scooby-Doo. Yeah, like there's a mystery they have to solve. Like I said, the Harlem Globetrotters or whatever on the way to the arena. Mama Cass, what are you doing here? I'm having I'm being held prisoner for my chocolate recipe. Sonny and Cher, what are you doing here? They go to the arena. And the crowds, the manager, the crowds aren't coming here anymore like they used to, kids. People say it's haunted. There's some really spooky things happening. Zoinks! Like what? Like people say they're seeing ghosts. Ghosts? Yeah, ghosts. Oh boy, sounds like we have a mystery to solve. It turns out it was some real estate magnate who wanted to devalue the arena so he could buy it cheap and tear it down and build a hotel or a casino or a shopping mall, whatever. Honestly, I want a Family Guy gag where everyone in Quahog calls it hot shit and burns. Yeah. No, that'll be coming. A roast? That's right. A roast. See, the other thing, this is another blatant self-insert. This really is. Yeah, pretty much the plot of RoboCop. Yeah. See, this is another blatant self-insert, though. Mindy Kaling, and listen, we talked about this at length. There is a scene in this where Mindy Kaling's Velma eats food out of the garbage. I am not making that up. She eats food out. She opens up the trash lid and eats food out of the garbage. Let me show you a little still. I'll show you a still here because I probably can't see. I can't probably show you the. Well, yeah. I mean, I'd have to go to the to the clip from. Oh, I got a Black Shaggy clip. Now this I haven't put this Black Shaggy clip on the Black Shaggy channel, but this is one that, and the video page file explorer ever loads. But how self-hating do you have to be to, even if it's a joke, as a self-insert, that you portray yourself as eating trash? And we're not talking like Seinfeld trash. We're not talking, where the heck is it? Where the freak is it? Black Shaggy 3. Okay. Oh, here it is. Like I said, we're not talking. No, this isn't it. Son of a biscuit. Did I do this? Did I do that one? I did. I thought I did. Damn it. Where the heck is it? Shaggy Cat, Black Shaggy Strain, Black Shaggy OnlyFans. I didn't do that one. I didn't render it out, I don't think. Yeah, well, hold on.
While you're looking.
Okay, I didn't do it. I didn't render it out. I didn't actually render it out, okay? But trust me on this. There is a scene where, okay, I could actually play the file on WAMP or whatever. So there's Zabu Cam. Zabu's going to keep it company while I look for this, okay? Like I said, I can only show you a couple seconds of it. So we'll do that. Where the freak is, okay, SMM, okay, this player here. This player takes up a lot less resources, so we'll use it on that. Okay. Okay, is it this one? Yeah, I think it's this one. Okay, let me see. Hold on, let me play. Okay. Now, the episodes are about 25 minutes long. Okay. Okay. Again, she does it not once, she does it twice. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Okay, got it. Okay, got it. It's in the first episode, about 16 minutes, 30 seconds into the first episode. So, like I said, for people who think I'm kidding, I'm like, this is for why. Here it comes. All right, here you go. All right, like I said, I'm going to play a little bit of this because I probably can't do the whole thing. Okay, so here is I'm playing the video file. Show me play the video file. Maybe I shouldn't say that. Shouldn't use that player. Okay, hold on. 16 minutes, 42 seconds.
Get to the point of it.
Well, I'm trying to find the right player here. All right. And here we go. All right. Now, finally, I think I just wanted to do it. Be as discreet as possible. Here. Share. Okay. Now, pay attention here. Again. Hey, Michael Keller. Hey, in Germany, they want to make containering, eating food out of trash containers, groceries are legal and issued. Well, listen, there's this idea that basically it's for the homeless, you know. But my big thing is we throw out so much food in America. I mean, just donate it. Whatever you got, just donate it, really. Okay, now watch. Now watch this. Ready? Watch this. Pay attention here. Okay, now there's a little context. That gift is from her mother, from her departed mother, who left her because she's a shitty human being. She despised you so much that she had to leave you. Here you go. French fry. Yeah, she did it. She did. She ate out of the freaking garbage. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yeah, she gagged, but she didn't spit it out. They do donate. TOEFL organizations handing out food is overrun, but the lefties want something else, and stores only throw food out that no one wants to eat. Okay, well that's she ate was surprised it tasted horrid. And there's another line about how she ate a French fry out of a vacuum cleaner. So obviously Mindy Kaling has food issues here. She has food issues. She has problems relating to people. She has relationship issues. What do you want, Zabu? My little co-pilot here. But this whole thing about, I mean, now we got accusations from Screaming about it's being review bombed. No, it's not being review bombed. People genuinely hate this. It is a hateful show. It is hateful. It is hateful towards its cast. It is hateful towards its characters. It is hateful towards the audience. That is the biggest problem here. It hates its audience too. I don't understand how this got greenlit. How nobody said during any screenings, wait a minute, what the hell is this? Velma's sweater isn't orange here. Well, it's because it's dark. It's dark out. Well, the sweater isn't orange. I mean, it's orange there. And this is where she comes to the realization that her mom left her because she's a horrible kid. And she hated her and her father. The father is a lawyer. They're supposedly broke, but they never explain why. But he apparently has enough money to marry a younger, hot wife. And she has such overriding guilt that it triggers. She says it triggers a near fatal heart attack. Anyone left that could have said, let's not do this is long fire, probably. Surprised she isn't bulimic. Listen, I've known women with eating disorders. Okay. Listen, it's a horrible, horrible thing. Okay. The girl I knew back in high school, we didn't go out, but we were very close. She had an eating disorder. She told me years later. Oh, I was bulimic. I was bulimic. I was anorexic. I was depressed. Didn't you notice I wore black all the time? He says, no, I thought you wore black all the time. What did I know? And another thing too is this falls into the trap of high school. Mindy Kaling is reliving high school. Everything about this revolves around high school. So this is probably yet another attempt to vicariously go back and correct the sins of her past. Yeah, too bad it was only near fatal. Hey, Mage Grey Wolf, how you doing? Haven't seen you in a while. Lucy Meow, how you doing? All of this is just, and I know I've beaten this to death. Let me bring up another article. Just to drive home that it's not just me here. Because, there's a whole thing about this. Let me zoom in a little bit. Yeah, it's getting absolutely savage in reviews online. Sabu Cam fell over. Come on, Zabu, stay on camera here. He's just sitting on my back scratcher. Why do these weirdos want to revisit high school? Because I was happy to leave. I hated it. Most sane people are happy to leave high school. You had a good time. You met a lot of great people. I did not. I was nobody in high school. Most people are nobody in high school. Probably every man of color rejected her. Who is she? Is she married to? Is she married? Let me see. Mindy Kaling's husband. Let me see if she's actually married to somebody. Mindy Kaling. I doubt she's married to anybody. December gave. Oh, she's married to. Not married, and neither's. Oh. Gave birth to a son, Spencer Avu. Kaling is not married, and neither of her children's father's identity have been publicly disclosed.
She goes by 2 different dads. She probably tricked into.
She is involved with some guy named B.J. Novak. I don't recognize the name. That's her baby daddy, B.J. Novak. So she has relationship and rejection issues. B.J. Novak, American actor, director, and screenwriter, who is 43 years old, from Newton, Massachusetts. So on and off relationship during the years filming The Office. Okay, so she has obvious relationship issues. Son of a bitch. Okay. So again, so like I said, she's worked. This is a therapy session. All of this is a therapy session. Whether it's She-Hulk, whether it's Velma, whether it's Star Trek, it's what constitutes Star Trek now, at least. These are all therapy sessions for these women. Mindy has issues. You don't say. She was actually. I read an online thing the other night where she said she's always worried about how her weight was going to be a joke on The Office. What? She was always worried her weight was going to be a joke in The Office. What 9% audience score? It's actually down to 7 now, Michael Keller. I just can't words defy how bad this is. I'm really having a hard time describing how bad this is. I mean, you almost have to watch it to see how bad it is. Black Shaggy, so far, the best thing to come out of it. That's the only video. And it took me voicing over the dialogue.
Here, don't toot your own horn. It works because he's so abusive to her.
Yes.
That it's exactly what they're saying to us, only they're getting it right back. That's what
yes.
That's up.
Yes. I mean, that's what it needed. The show needs a foil. This needs a counter to Mindy Kaling. And Black Shaggy is probably the counter to that.
Well, they're trying to make Daphne, but
yeah, they're trying to
make out.
Yeah, and then they're frenemies. They're frenemies. Right, personally, I've never seen the show and I don't want to. Okay, well then take it from me how bad it is.
Yeah, you don't want to see it.
You don't want to see it. If you're not inclined to watch it, then don't. I had to for professional reasons. I tried to watch it. I might put it on later when I go to bed to help me sleep.
Oh, it's just gonna be annoying yelling though.
Yeah. Well, actually, you know what? I might be doing another.
Why are you?
No, don't do this. Don't do that. Imagine 30 minutes of that. Oh, baby, you're a nag. I scared the cat away. But that's what he was like. Oh, baby, you're a nag, naggity nag. Mindy's a nag, nag. Velma sucks, naggity nag. Really sucks, nag. No amount of lesbo scenes will ever make up for she's a nag. Yeah, it's Beaker on speed. That's what it is.
No, Beaker was cute, though.
Beaker was cute. Beaker was funny, though. Beaker had some slapstick elements to it. Don't scare the cat.
Actually felt sorry.
No show is bad enough to justify scaring Furball. Like I said, I'm having a hard time articulating just how bad it is. The fact that And the fact that it's sitting so low on Rotten Tomatoes, audience score 7, they cannot, for the life of them, play the race card with this one, because none of the criticism, and Jeff pointed this out yesterday, and shout out to Jeff from World Class Bullshitters. That's me. They cannot play the race card with this one. They cannot, because it is so bad. Nobody complains about the race swapping or anything.
Some conservative accounts like N.A.P.S. Woke. It's really not.
Yes, it is bad beyond words. The curse of Rick and Morty. Well, okay, you bring up a good point here, Lucy Mal. That's, I think, how this show got greenlit. Because since Rick and Morty, listen, I love Rick and Morty, okay? If you don't like it, don't hold that against me. But before everyone jumped on board with the whole Rick and Morty thing, I loved Rick and Morty. I watched it. I thought it was great. I thought it was, the whole thing about the drunken scientist and his grandson. Oh, geez, Rick, Morty, you need to drink more, Morty. You need to drink more. They will play the race. Oh yeah, they'll play the race card. They always play the race card. But again, we saw this actually a couple different times. We saw this in the late 80s, early 90s. Remember when The Simpsons broke? Wide open? Late 80s, early 90s. Everybody was trying to find the next Simpsons. Everybody wanted to find the next Simpsons. Nobody could do it because that's something that comes along once. In 91 or so, when Ren and Stimpy came along, everybody was trying to find the next Ren and Stimpy. And then 90, what was Beavis and Butthead? Was 93 or 94? 93, I think, right? Beavis and Butthead. Everybody wanted to find the next Beavis and Butthead. Oh, the dirty cartoon, the next Beavis and Butthead. And then South Park comes along. Oh, we have to find the next South Park. And then now Rick and Morty comes along, and people they've been trying for close to 7, 8 years to try to find the next Rick and Morty. It hasn't happened. People like BoJack Horseman. I don't know. I've never seen it. Think about how many of those shows failed. How many? Moonbeam City, Brickleberry. I mean, how many of those shows? Then they did Lower Decks. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. People defend that because people. But here's the thing: people defend that because they're doing so under the deluded assumption that this is Star Trek. It's not.
They reference it. And closer than Discovery.
It's closer than Discovery. It's closer than Discovery. Being closer to Star Trek than Discovery is not a high bar. And the fact that, as I've said, this has the same level of maturity and same level of intellectual stimulus or whatever. I don't know what the right terminology is that for. But this is no different than Lower Decks. This takes something that is beloved by many, puts a more adult veneer on it, tries to ramp up the humor with the dirty jokes, and it fails miserably. The difference is that where you could defend Lower Decks on a certain level, that it gets the Star Trek references right. And that's all people are watching Lower Decks for, is the Star Trek references. They're pointing to the Easter eggs. Oh, Captain Pike. Oh, look, there's the chair. Oh, look, the Titan. Oh, look, NCC 502. Oh, look, there's the Enduring. Huh? Oh, look, Tom Paris. Yeah, that's all.
Fine if you like that.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine if you like that. Great, okay. That's on, but don't try to tell me it's a good show. But this just gets it wrong on so many levels. There is nothing Scooby-Doo related here other than the characters' names and roughly their appearance. She makes a reference to a mystery. She says, "Oh, that's how I put on my mom's glasses."
Velma, this is the lower decks of Scooby Doo.
Yes, exactly. Techie Man's pointed it out. I believe Techie Man's pointed it out. More references than story, but Lower Decks has more references than story. But this doesn't even have the references.
It sort of does. It has them in the background. You'll have like the mask from whatever.
Yeah, well, those are just superficial.
Yeah,
those are Easter eggs. Lower Decks has a lot of Easter eggs, but they will blatantly pull out, I am Morph, I am Morph, I am Morph. Hey, look at this. I got a bat lift. Oh, take a look at this. Take a look at that. Oh, remember that?
Like on the Titan. No, I don't want it to come out all sovereign class.
Wolf 359 was an inside job, This doesn't even have the references. This does not even have the references. And it is hateful. It is mean-spirited. It hates the audience. It hates itself. The only, like I said, the only thing they keep coming back to is the characters' names, and they create these backstories. Fred is, oh yeah, ha ha ha. Fred is he's supposed to be. They're trying to paint. Yeah, they're trying to paint Fred as being an incompetent rich white boy, and he's dressed up as a little kid, like little Lord Fauntleroy or whatever, and they're trying to get him off for murdering two people. And so it rains, and then his makeup runs, and then his eyelash falls from his eyes to his lip, and he looks like a German World War II bag. Actually, that guy's Austrian, but we're not going. That's splitting hairs. But he looks like that guy. He does, yeah, and it just looks bad. Mike, they actually said he's a rich white dude rich white guy with a little dong. Of course, he did it. Really? That's probably the quote unquote wokest part of the show. Hateful, mean spirited. Makes it sound like Shulky. This is She-Hulk, She-Ra, and Lower Decks if they had a kid. Lower Decks lack a vital element, comedy. Yeah, there is not a single laugh to be had here. There's not a single
little moments that were okay.
There are a couple but they're very, very, very past.
It's when Velma gets her comeuppance.
Yeah, when Velma gets shown up, and like I said, the one saving grace is like Black Shaggy giving it back to her. Black Shaggy's being just as mean and rude and abusive, and she is abusive to everybody. She's abusive to Norville, the Norville character. She is abusive to Daphne, what they claim is Daphne.
She literally beats her with a tire iron.
She beats her with a lug wrench or a crowbar in the first 5 minutes. And then they're making them. She could have killed her, and then she's making out with her by the end of episode 2. This show was in the pipeline for a while. Expect worse shows to come. Yeah, there's no chance of this getting better. There's zero chance of this getting better.
Another season. I guarantee.
It'll probably get another season. And maybe after that. I expect this to be canceled very quickly. I'm going to say it's going to be canceled. But if you think this is, they just won't. She might. We don't know the extent of the contract. She might have to. Warner Brothers might have to pay a penalty if they cancel it early, or they're probably guaranteed 2 seasons. Velma season. See if there's any news. Velma season 2.
I heard rumors already.
Velma season 2 reportedly confirmed at HBO Max from 5 hours ago.
Here we go.
Despite backlash.
Let me. I'm gonna record that on my phone. Here.
Hold on.
I'm gonna do it too with me video on me. We were just talking on Rob's stream here that Velma is probably going to get a season. I said, I guarantee you, with it being the number one animated show on HBO Max, with the number one everything, with all the buzz, with all the hate watching, with all the people acquiring it in other ways and things. I am Mecca. Please subscribe to this channel.
Let's read through this. Velma.
I'm paused. I'm going to come over. And I was right. I said it's going to get a season 2, and it's confirmed at HBO Max, despite it being terrible.
Well, you know what that means. More Black Shaggy. That's what that means.
Yes.
Oh, Black Shaggy.
Yes.
And the cat agrees.
The cat agrees.
Velma Season 2 has reportedly been confirmed to HBO Max despite recent backlash against the Scooby-Doo animated spin-off series. Despite its controversy mired in Season 1 premiere, the Scooby-Doo spin-off series Velma has already been renewed for Season 2. Velma is an animated comedy, quote-unquote, series set before the Scooby-Doo gang's adventure in solving mysteries. The show is focused on the titular member of the group, Velma Dinkley. They call her Vermin Dorkley. Mindy Kaling and her life in high school with Shaggy. It's not Shaggy, it's Norville. Sam Richardson, Daphne, Constance Wu, Fred, Glenn Howerton. Without the iconic talking dog in the Scooby-Doo show, Velma's comedy, that's, yeah, towards adult humor, making it a very different venture from the previous Scooby-Doo stories. According to Entertainment Identifier Registry, oh, look, of a website we've never heard of. What is this Season 2 Velma official line? What the hell is all this? Comes up to a data sheet. It's a data sheet.
That's weird.
This is hardly a confirmation. Anybody can do this. Entertainment Identifier Registry. Velma Season 2 is in the works of Warner Brothers and HBO Max. The registry shows Velma Season 2 on its own and a list of 11 episodes. The news comes just a couple days after premiere of episodes 1 and 2 on HBO Max. In the days since the R-rated Scooby-Doo spinoff initial release, some viewers have mounted review bombing efforts. It's not review bombing. People hate it. Against it on Rotten Tomatoes. Currently in the popular critic audience score website, audience scores unreasonably. Why is Screen Rant owned by Warner Brothers?
I think maybe.
Who owns Screen Rant? Who owns Screen Rant? Valiant Inc. Owner Inc. So who the fuck is Valiant Inc.? Pardon my language. Valiant Inc. is Worldwide Digital owns several authoritative brands. Worldwide Digital Media Publishing Company, who is owned by. They have offices in Montreal, Halifax, Miami, and London. Home Publishing Careers. Operated by Team Passion. Okay. Home Publishing Press Releases. So, okay. So they're contact us, person, what we do, our brands, investments. Screen Rant, CBR, Collider. They own a bunch of these. Movie Web, Game Rant, The Gamer, Dual Shockers. Yeah. So they own a bunch of these. All right. So according to news, okay. Some viewers have mounted review bombing efforts against on Rotten Tomatoes. Currently, the popular critic audience website reviews an unreasonably 7% fresh rating, with 2,410 audience reviews compared to 53 rating among critics. Why is Velma being panned by audience? Here we go. Critic reviews for Velma have been split, with positive reviews often commending some of the comedic moments and most negative reviews pointing to issues with the show's actual story. Among audiences, though, reviews have been overwhelmingly negative. Some Scooby-Doo fans have concerns about Velma when the adult-themed nature of the show was revealed, but the Velma series has also had to weather a storm of criticism from against extremely toxic and oftentimes hateful reviews since the show's release. That has included the show being review bombed with negative ratings on Rotten Tomatoes and other review websites. There's been plenty of valid criticism of the show, but much of negativity has been surrounding has been very bad faith. The toxic review bombing was a response to the show's race-blind casting, specifically with Velma being of Asian descent in the new series, as Kaylee is in real life. While Scooby-Doo fans understood and even applauded the decision, it still led to a substantial level of racist backlash to Velma from toxic individuals and groups. Nobody is buying this. The review bombing campaign has cast an unfortunate shadow of negativity over the show. Despite that backlash, the series performed very well for the streamer, becoming the most watched HBO Max animated original on the day of its premiere.
Despite there being a great deal of unwarranted hate surrounding the show, many viewers are excited to see to continue the new Scooby-Doo story, which has been made clear through its strong early viewership. Velma has already addressed the backlash within the meta comedy, so it seems safe to expect more of that in the future. While there isn't any other new information about Velma Season 2, there appears to be a lot of confidence in the show from its creators and Warner Brothers, given that the series has only streamed 2 episodes. Velma will go back to a weekly release schedule on HBO Max after premiering episodes 1 and 2 on January 12th. I'm calling BS on this. I'm calling absolute BS on this. I'm calling absolute BS. I mean, really, this is the information that they're going off of. This is the information they're going off of. They've critic-proofed their garbage product. Yeah, that's the other thing. This is split. They need to consult a dictionary. This to me is, I think this is a puff piece that's been put out to try and will a season 2 into existence, because this is the information they have here. Who is this? Entertainment Identifier Registry? What is this site? Velma, title, Velma Season 2. What is this? Party ID, role, producer. What does any status? Valid. Release date, 2023. Alternate name, WB. What does any of this mean? Who? Entertainment Identifier Registry. Oh, so you have to log in. What is this? Entertainment Identifier Registry? What do they do? Supercharged content distribution with IEDR. What is Industry curated public registry of media assets created by the industry for the industry. We offer unique media assets with a universal identifier, which is the DNA of intelligent art. What does any of this mean? Membership community, the benefits, a global footprint, IDs in. What is. They're apparently on LinkedIn. They're also on Twitter. What is. I don't know what any of this means. This is. Last night's keynote. This lady's teaching high school? What's going on? We're live. EIDR. What is this? I think this is BS. This is some kind of industry website parent, like it's party ID. What's the party ID? Party name, Warner Brothers. ID, true. Active, true. How far did they have to go for this? I'm not sure this means anything.
They might be trying to generate buzz.
They might be trying to generate buzz and trying to will a second season into existence, kind of like what they do with Section 31 or like Snyder, how Snyder hired countless bots to say they wanted a Snyder cut. Yeah. WB fell for it. Someone tell them to click register. Important information under. You have to be approved by EIDR to put information in. I'm going to bookmark this site. Let me bookmark this tab, okay? Because this has got me to see my bookmarks here. I don't have anything naughty in my bookmarks, so. Okay, so let me bookmark that site. I want to know more about that. Bookmark this tab. Okay.
I really think I think this is a plant. I think this information is planted. It's also like the like how many Star Trek shows movies were in development?
They're still in the fourth one.
I mean,
They released
it,
articles before they contacted cast.
the cast even said we had no idea Star Trek movie was happening. Chris Pine, the guy who played Captain Kirk. Really, there is. Sounds like one of those nonsense management companies. It's about metadata, as in analyzing all the movement on a site, identifying visitor, and track him. Section 31, it's so secret that everyone knows about it. That's right. Yeah, they're trying. I got a feeling they're trying to will. Warner Brothers is trying to will this into. If not Warner Brothers, Mindy Kaling is trying to, and her people are trying to will this into existence. I really do. I really do. So season 2, let me see. Velma season 2. So report. So that is so far. I'm looking at the news. Let me bring this up here. That so far is the only inkling that Velma is getting a season 2. 1 hour ago. From Parade Magazine, Velma series slammed by fans following season premiere. No other news about this Screen Rant.
5 hours ago.
From 5 hours ago. 1 hour ago, Velma fans season premiere. Oh yeah, that's another thing. She electroshocks herself. I'm Mindy Kaling and I hate myself. And you should hate me too. Okay, done. Unbelievable. Is there anything about season 2 here? So yeah. Nothing about Black Shaggy. Just watch Velma, and gosh, the tears in my eyes, the plot, the themes, the characters, the dynamics, the drama, the lore, the emotional moments. Everything was garbage from beginning to end. On my way to the hospital. It's definitely the worst series I've seen. Mindy Kaling writing Velma.
It's gonna be so bad. Okay.
Yeah, that's about it. That's about right. Well, many internet critics display frustration with the show. Only 2 of the 10 episodes ordered Velma have been released so far. Whether they'll tune and give the show another go in coming weeks remains unclear. Some are protesting even the hate watching the series. Stop hate watching Velma, or else we'll end up with 8 more seasons like Big Mouth. So, like I said, I'm not seeing any other news that there's going to be a season 2, which leads me to believe this story is a plant. It leads me to believe, in my opinion, this looks like it is a plant. They are trying to generate buzz. There's a Wikipedia article on EIDR for more information. I'll have to check that out. EIDR. But for instance, I covered this kind of thing for Midnight's Edge, and I think I know, and I've become very, very keen to recognizing what is a plant and what is not. According to thanks Holocron Records. Thank you very much. Holocron Records is a very very good fan. Well, I won't call him fan. He's a friend of the show. He shows up for my late night Hitman streams. I'd like to say thank you. Welcome to the regular show. So EIDR, founded in Redwood, California. Executive Director Holly Choi. Founded in 2010. Okay. Built on a collection of records subdivided into fields. I'm thinking, okay, centralized ability. All right. This lends a little bit more credibility. However, at the same time, I'm still inclined to think that the story is a plant. It's a puff piece to dispel criticism. This is the Wikipedia article about them. It gives a breakdown of everything they do. Registration, deduplication, architecture. Okay, there's a lot of real inside baseball stuff here. Okay. So there is, like I said, this is all the earmarks of being a planted story. Somebody's trying to generate season 2, and we found out actually. Good friend Victor Van Doomcock and a lot of people have also said, the Cameron Pasha, friend of the show, have said that the Damon Lindelof Star Wars movie is also a plant. And like I said, we've seen this kind of stuff before. In that they planted stories, trying to generate buzz, trying to will these things into existence, trying to get investors. That's the other thing, trying to get investors interested into it. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. They want to announce it before and force companies to go ahead with mobilizing the SJWs. Yeah, they're not going to do that because this show has failed. The show's failed. It has already been a failure. All right, everyone. Yeah. So I'm going to, like I said, we'll probably keep watching it to see how bad it gets. And of course, this is because for more Black Shaggy. That's right. For more Black Shaggy. Who doesn't want more Black Shaggy?
Let's assume they're high.
Oh, you gonna have some snarky comment, aren't you?
Yeah. It's code for adults who still watch cartoons.
Black Shaggy gonna kill your bitch ass. All right. What? What?
I would just trim the and then
One last thing before we go. Listen, there's all things about cord cutting and everything. There is one thing, and since I'm a sports fan, this affects me. Major League Baseball is seeking to end local market blackouts. Now, as it stands here, if you have one of the streaming services, MLB TV or whatever, or if you have Yes Network and you want to watch the games online, they will black it out to make you watch it on a network, on regular television. They're seeking an end to that. Now, this is something that dates back to it's an antiquated rule. It dates back to the early 80s or whatever, or even before that, probably the 50s and 60s. So if you're a New York fan living in Seattle, you've learned that you can watch your favorite Major League Baseball team extra innings cable package or MLB TV stream package, except when they're playing in your city. That's because a blackout occurs and only allows fans to watch the service that provides that broadcast. If they can find it, local blackout restrictions mean many fans would have to head to the ballpark if they wanted to see a particular game. And that's the thing. Listen, if you're going to go, it's all corporations are all buying the tickets anyway. It's all corporate seating. It's all corporate ticket sales. What difference does it make now? You pay your money. The tickets are bought. It doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is how much money they make from concessions and merchandise. Look, and it's not being locally broadcast. To remedy that, MLB has hired Billy Chambers, a longtime regional sports network executive, to figure out how to work around the local blackout issues, according to Sports Business Journal. Current blackout restrictions aim to protect local TV partners, driving fans to watch the local broadcast. But streaming is becoming preferred viewing choice of many fans, leading to frustration when the game is not available. Well, you know what? There was the whole thing. There was in the 80s on cable when the Yankees were on MSG, and they moved from WPIX to MSG, you could live a block from the stadium and not see the game because a lot of places didn't get cable. And in bigger cities, these apartment buildings have contracts with cable providers. So if you wanted to see the Yankees, let's just use it as an example. If you lived in Queens, you want to see the Yankees, your apartment building has Spectrum or Optimum, and they don't carry the Yes Network, you're SOL. So you got to get on the subway and go ride the subway for an hour to go to the Bronx? No thanks. So yeah, so it's an antiquated thing. It's an antiquated thing. It's you go to sports bar. You go to a sports bar and hope they have the game.
Sports Book Club game.
Yeah. Speaking of which, guys, listen, it's getting late. I've got to go make the game. We are going to call it here. I'll probably be back later tonight with a late Hitman stream. Are you doing a stream later?
I think I'm going to go live after you and talk about this Velma thing maybe here.
Okay. I am headed down to watch the game. Everyone have a great Sunday. Have a good rest of your week. I hope your teams win. I hope my team wins. Everyone, I'd like to thank everyone in the chat. Sandra Hammerslag, Sanguine Links, Mr. MH, the Holocron Wreckers, Master Cena, Michael Keller, everybody, Phone Box Chicken, Sandra Hammerslag, Sandra again, Andrew Helm, Peg Leg Pete, Mage, Grey Wolf, Colin Ewan, Donnie Bison, Ticket Mantis, Andrew Helm, said him again already. Everybody, Sean Russell.
Send me that article.
Yes, I will.
I'm gonna go live.
Everybody, have a great rest of your day. Have a great Sunday. Have a great Monday. It's Martin Luther King Day tomorrow, I believe. A lot of us are going to have the day off, but everybody, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, no drinking, no driving, and we will catch you next time. Well, end the broadcast. See you later, everybody.